Doorman is a character that is very misunderstood. Some people think he's a one-trick pony. I highly disagree. He's one of the most flexible characters, but there are people who only play him for kidnapping. And while that strategy is good in lower elos especially, like that will get you to Emissary, just doing that one trick will get you there. To get to higher ranks, you need, you know, better understanding of the character. But that's not what I'm talking about today. Today, I'm just going to settle the argument of Doorman is not broken, Doorman is not as uncounterable or as uninteractive as people say, and there's so many ways to play around him and to make him basically non-existent that you can do. And in this video, I'm going to cover that. First, we're going to talk about items, on what items to get. Next, we're going to talk about how to like play around him, like how do you move around the map and, you know, what to expect. And next we're going to talk about how we change our behavior or how we move, or how we can predict what he's about to do based on his behavior and how he moves. And lastly, we're going to talk about what walls to avoid when you're facing a Doorman, like how should you move and what walls should you be wary of. First item, Silence Wave. If a Doorman approaches you and gets close, okay, gets close enough to you and your teammates, because usually he will like approach two people, vortex web, and cart them and kidnap them. That whole combo can be interrupted if you put Silence Wave on him. As soon as you see him about to throw a vortex web, he will throw it, and you can Silence Wave him, and that's it. For the next 3 seconds, he cannot cart you, he cannot bell you, ult you, do anything. Usually that's enough to shut him down, but if he pre-places his door, then he can just walk through it. But you already avoided his combo. That basically means that his door now is on like a 30+ second cooldown. So you have more than 30 seconds to just play freely without worrying about him at all kidnapping you. You only have to worry about like, his bells and whatever, and they're not gonna do that much damage, especially without any combo or setup from him. Another silencing item is Focus Lens. It's more expensive, so I don't recommend you get it if you want to counter Doorman, unless, well, your character gets uses out of it other than the silence. Oh, and by the way, like you can check Doorman's cooldowns. Like if you click tab and you hover over like their abilities, you can see the cooldown, like what's their abilities cooldown. Even if they have cooldown reduction items, you can still see how long it's gonna be for. For example, right now it's a 40-second cooldown. Another silencing item for gun is Silencer. Very self-explanatory, you just shoot them and they're silenced. Another way to counter him is Counterspell. Now, if he carts you, you can counter... If he carts you, you can counterspell that. Obviously, if you can see it and predict it. And if you see Vortex Web, you can spam this afterwards, and most of the time you get rid of it. Yeah, so hello, this is a day later because for the next 40 minutes of my last recording, I was muted. I went to the toilet, I muted myself, and I forgot to unmute myself, and I recorded 4 minutes with just me doing... And yeah, but hey, my thoughts are fresher, and this time I'll have Elgato with me, so she'll support us. And, you know, let's get back to what I was saying. Like, what you usually want to do is, as soon as the Doorman, like, throws a Vortex Web, like, as soon as he throws it, you want to parry immediately, because what they always do is they throw a Vortex and they cart. Or, you get ready to Dispel Magic. Because what people say when the new patch came out recently, like, while you're in the cart of Doorman, you're not stunned. Which means you're able to cast Dispel Magic, and Dispel Magic will get you out of the cart. So, like that, like, oh, I'm carted, Dispel Magic. But people are saying that reacting to it is not gonna be good. Like, you can't react to it, because by the moment you react and you Dispel Magic, you're already past the door, okay, into a walk or a base or whatever. But don't react to it, just predict it, because when Doorman usually do is they Vortex Web first. When they throw a Vortex Web, know immediately after they will throw a cart. So while knowing that, you hear Vortex, you get Vortexed, just immediately Dispel Magic. Because what's mostly gonna happen is just he's gonna Vortex, immediately cart, and then you're ready. Like, oh shit, I got Vortex, and you know, you're immediately like mentally aware that what's gonna happen next. Another good thing is to buy. You're struggling and you don't have that much money. Maybe you're laning against him and he got fed early and he has, you know, all his combo ready. Reactive barrier can also be good. So if you really struggle against him, reactive barrier is good because it's gonna give you HP that scales with like a barrier that scales with your spirit. Another item is unstoppable. Like if you're a 7 or a haze, like this is just always good. I don't recommend you get this just for Doorman, honestly. It's not worth. Like just get counterspell or dispel magic, or just, you know, reactive barrier could also be good. It's just not worth to get this just specifically for Doorman. The same thing goes for knockdown. You shouldn't get knockdown just specifically for Doorman. Like there's better items to shut him down. It's like silence wave. A silencing item that is good like with gun users is obviously silencer, which, you know, self-explanatory. Shoot people, they get silenced, that's it. Our next item will lead us to my next point, like after items, and this is Warpstone. Warpstone is like the Flash, you know, from League, but, you know, but why is it good against Doorman? Because Doorman cannot capture you or kidnap you, or, you know, be able to vortex you or cart you if you're high ground. Just because of this one fact that when Doorman carts you, double jumping is enough to get away from it. You know, it's similar to Dynamo's stomp thing, because when Dynamo stomps and if you double jump, you can, you know, avoid it completely. And yeah, just Warpstone just helps you stay high ground. Like if you see a Doorman about to approach, you know, you can just, you know, Warpstone above. And also, by the way, a quick tip: if you Warpstone, dash immediately afterwards to get more distance, like that. Like, you keep some of the momentum with you. So yeah, whenever you face a Doorman, just stay in the air, you know, just don't be low ground. Like, he's about to capture you in a fight, like, even when you fight, like, just stay above ground, you know, just keep hopping, you know. That's good in general, like, in any fight, like, you want to be, like, in the air all the time, you know, as you're shooting people or whatever, but it's especially important against a Doorman if he's always, you know, kidnapping, and that's mostly what he does. Like, it just cancels out his doors and his carts, and he's only useful with bells. And even then, it's harder for him to hit you with bells if you're high ground. Now let's talk about doorways to avoid. Like, what are the usual doors that Doorman uses, and, you know, what you should look out for. So in the mid game, the best doorway is this, because when he puts his door there and he kidnaps you, you're gonna go through the inner circle of the mid walker. So when you're inside the inner circle of the walker, he will always stomp. This walker is always gonna do with a stomp. It does a lot of damage and it stuns you for a long time, basically opening you for like easy combos or an easy heavy melee for free. And if Doorman manages to ult you in the inner circle, when you come out of the ult, you'll be stomped again. So this is why this door is like the best door, like, for kidnaps and what you'll usually see. Some people might always use it like this, but for me, I find this more consistent. Let's say like my door is there, okay? When door is maxed and they have greater expansion, you should not be this side, because if he's pushing against you and you're walking this side, you're opening yourself for this wall. This wall is very easy to kidnap people. I've kidnapped people so many times by this wall and this wall. So, you know, just to quickly mention them, boom, boom, bada bop, boom, pop. So these walls are like the most dangerous. Like, there's so many openings in this area for a Doorman to kidnap you. And, you know, staying high ground and staying above these is gonna be way safer. Like, if you see him running and he's like, you know, zip lining and he's gonna like reach you, best way is to just, you know, go back to your walker this way. It's just way safer. Now, of course, he can use any other wall. Like, he can use this wall, he can use that one, but I'm just telling you, like, the usual ones, you know. Obviously, when the Doorman is taking your sinners and you don't have your buddies with you, then he's most likely gonna take it for free, because let's say I have my door ready, I can take this safely. I have a door here, or here, or here. I can either escape through it or kidnap you to it. So if you don't have anyone with you, or you don't have a silence wave, then he's just gonna take it for free. Now, for the pieces of caca, okay, that say Doorman is one-dimensional, you absolute buffoons, you stupid one-trick pony, Doorman is one-trick pony. Haze exists. Characters like Haze exist, her only purpose is to shoot. Sleep dart, shoot. Alt, shoot. Are we kidding? Is this not one-trick pony thing? Is this not gimmicky? Oh, Doorman is gimmicky. This is gimmicky. Fucking Viper is gimmicky. Slide, shoot, slide some more, shoot, slide some more, shoot, stun someone, shoot. That's all they do. Everyone is a one-trick pony. Everyone does one thing very well. If anything, Doorman is the most flexible character out of everyone because he can be played in so many different ways. Like, you don't have to always kidnap. It's the most efficient strategy, but a good Doorman player will be able to utilize all his playstyles in every game and any game, and he's able to adapt. Fucking Celeste is a gimmick as well. Like, all she does is fucking B-hop. Yeah, it takes skill. So does fucking Doorman. Like, I'm losing my mind of how many people keep regurgitating what this one popular streamer keeps saying. Oh, Doorman is a cringy, one-dimensional character who does one thing. No fucking shit. That's every fucking character. Fucking Vindicta. Fly, shoot, fly, shoot. That's all she does! Like, for fuck's sake, Victor exists! Victor exists! He just walks to you and does shit! He just does shit for free! Are we kidding? Are we really going to bully a Doorman? Are we gonna bully a character who needs work, who needs practice? Abrams exists! Like, I'm losing my mind, man. I'm losing my mind, man. Like, characters can go far for fucking 40 minutes. Like 40 minutes of just farming and not interacting with anyone. Doorman is uninteractive. Look at 7. He just goes and farms. You don't see him for the entire game. He comes to you. He does this. He fucking throws a Q, throws a stun, ults, and just stares at the wall for fucking 2 seconds. And like, everyone's, oh, he's just character controlled, you know? Oh, just buy Anvil. Just buy this. He buys Unstoppable. What do? Just hide. You hide for the entire fucking duration of 15 seconds. And so for my next point, we're gonna just, just learn how to get out of his ultimate. Because if you little shits don't get out of the ult when it's maxed, he gets a 13-second cooldown, it just goes back to 13 seconds as cooldown. And you get stunned and you get some stuff from it, which, I think, they should nerf the tier 3. 13 seconds, I feel like it's too little cooldown, even though, people should be punished for not escaping the easiest place ever. Even when it's slowed, you can still escape, and this is how to get out. So you press F7. Oh, first, you go to settings, you type in the search command, and you click dev command and you enable this. And then you press F7 and you type no clip. Alright? Then you go down into the map and you see the Baroness ult. You no clip again and boom. And how to get out is basically you hug this wall, you wall jump on the edge and you walk, and there you go. You're free. That's it. That's basically it. It takes 1 stamina to get out, even if you're slowed. I've tried so many times and I've tested this. Even if you're slowed, you can still get out. So what did we learn today? Rather than blaming everything and just, regurgitating what other people say, let's learn how characters work and let's learn to counter them rather than complain infinitely and not do anything about it. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and thank you very much, and bye bye. Can Kelvin exist? Kelvin exists when he does this shit to you. What can he do? What can you do? He heals himself and damages you and does this and like, what do you do versus this shit? This is a gimmicky. This is one trick shit. This is cringe.